G'day and welcome back to the Pillars of Ranternity. Last time round we cleared out the first dungeon, the first level of this dungeon, and now we're in the second one where we're deliberately avoiding the central chamber for the most part while we do the parts around the edges, because I just feel like that is the better way of going about things. I don't know that it's true, but I feel that way anyway. Okay. You can attack that, and you can attack it. You can attack this and knock it down. Everyone murder this guy, though.
Get a good shot with this.
Maybe if you frickin' moved. Really? You close the door.
Yeah.
It's a mark. Can you knock it down?
Get to our enemy.
Come on, Itamak.
Yeah?
Seriously, what's with the door? Everyone, just kill this thing. Stop letting the door get in the way.
Just say the word.
Why is the pathfinding so abysmal around doorways? Seriously,
Say the word.
that is so annoying. Stop
Laying low.
fucking with this. Okay, great. What do we got? We got more runes and symbols we can't understand. Here's the pool that was mentioned before. Do we see anything else? Nope. And the reason why we're moving slowly is because we are trying to see if there's any secret stashes. So here's a key which we may have needed to get into certain things. I don't know. It's a quest item. Probably would have should have avoided getting it if I wanted to continue to basically try and grind XP. But I mean, 200 XP per door is nothing to sneeze at, but it's also nothing to write home about. And I think we're a while away from leveling. Yeah. No one's got too much XP. So these are all ritual chambers, definitely. Okay. Oh, they can't be made prone. Whatever.
Just say the word.
They're relatively weak to kill at this point. What do we got?
Secrets whispered.
Alcoves, royal pale stones surrounding a suit of armor. Something flows from the stones into the armor, and it
Just
gets a
say the
golden
word.
halo. So yes, this is definitely an animat production facility. And these are the kinds of stones you get. So what we're going to probably fight is some kind of big animat. Okay, so we've gone through here. I wonder... No, there's no way of putting your own marks on the map. So this is where you generate the sacrifices. This is where you use those sacrifices to power an animat. So an animat is actually multiple. You know what? I wonder if that's reflected in the cyclopedia. Yep, Rails of Tombs. Yeah, that is basically it. Have to use loyal souls. So you can't actually take unwilling sacrifices to make animat. That's an interesting point. But I guess that's all like... This is a way of telling you through the level design about these creatures that you do technically have it all written in your bestiary, or at least a chunk of it written. But this is a way of implicitly telling you information that is technically explicitly available. That's pretty cool. Alrighty. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. What is here? I mean, there's... Yeah, I was wondering where they were.
Just say the word.
Everyone kill this. Everyone kill this. Everyone kill this. And you knock it over. Thank you for funneling yourselves to me one at a time.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
Okay. So, Adra grows from a central pillar and seems to spill down the steps. And so this is where you grow the stones. They're actually grown from Adra. Which implies that these guys had a greater understanding of Adra than most people these days seem to. Because certainly you couldn't grow things before. What part of kill this thing did you not understand? Also, can you knock it over before it zaps everyone? Even if it's a fairly weak zap. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh shit, that's a lot of them.
Good shot. Yes.
I mean, these guys are also pretty weak. Yep, okay, cool. Can you knock him down? That's some good aiming on your lightning.
Get a good shot with this. You should.
Dear, you were meant to knock down. Can you knock down, dear? At least try. How about you? You guys are attacking, right? Good.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Okay, so we've almost capped out all of the XP we can get from killing Animat. As always, you know, the gear though. Okay, and this is another way into the central chamber? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, these are definitely like... I'm going to picture them as magical charging pods. Battles, yeah, so it's like, hey, look, we've got lots of stuff. This is less using Animats as guards and more using Animats as an army? Which is interesting just because that bestiary implies that they're only really meant to be guards. And a charging pod also, he is like a big old smith Animat. Okay, so tell me that is not a smith, and I will tell you you are a filthy liar. Okay, let's see. If this is going to be a relatively tough fight, there's one way we can... Well, there are multiple ways we can try and make it easier. One of them is, let's just dump Poison Dart Trap here, because they tend to take the most direct path. So if we can actually put something on that path... Oh look, that's like Adra armor. Yep, so we pop you. Once you're in battle, you can't clip through people, which is one of the reasons why this game can be freaking bullshit.
Hey.
How did you not set off the trap? No, seriously, how did you not set off the trap you're standing on? Okay, good. Oh, you decided to walk up to
Say
him.
the word.
And so we do very little damage to those jerks. Okay.
Just say the word. Just
Do
say
not
the
understand why, apparently, we chose to walk up.
word. If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for it.
Okay. We can't charm these guys. I need to remember that too. Okay, so everyone attack and kill. So you are going to do this, you are going to do that, you are going to just smash him, you are going to ignite them, you are going to shoot him, and you are going to mark him, and then shoot him. Ooh, hello. We got a slaver who's popped up in town. We'll deal with that after we finish shooting people. Get back down. No one wants you to stand. Stay down. Just everyone hit him one more time. Thank you. So the Adra Animat is, yeah, okay, there's definitely going to be more of them. He is not unique, but there is the core. This copper locket is the legacy of some of the Ingwithin's early soul experiments. The crystal inside is filled with the essence of dozens of souls. While no one is entirely certain of its purpose, it's believed this was created in one of the first attempts to build and control animats. It's said that, unable to get out, some of the souls have lost their sanity, while others formed a unique collective consciousness that kept the memory and talents of each alive. Those who wear it will swear they hear voices talking to them, guiding their actions. The locket is scratched and inlaid with simple nielloed patterns. The crown base is decorated with a stylized bear head. Upon opening the locket, you see a six-sided crystal that appears dark at first. However, as you gaze into it, it warms with an orange glow. Gimme. Everything else can go in there. Okay, so let me check my inventory. So that's +2 perception. Is that better than being protected? You know what? I prefer stat boosts. I mean, it is almost certainly not better than being protected. But on the other hand, what do you have? You have something that gives you more health. I think you could do with being more protected, even if it comes at the cost of some health. You've got that, yeah. I think these are all fine. Yep, all good.
Just say the word.
We've got one more animat here. And so, well, there'll probably be another one near it, actually. There we are, yep. You, knock him down. Oi. Oi!
Hey.
You don't knock down a deer knocks you down. It's a very simple rule. Don't lightning. Rude. And there's another charging pod. Yeah, tell me this is not some kind of fancy forge and armory. Well, there's a, well,
not a problem.
I mean, there's a giant anvil. That's a pretty big clue. Good hide armor. Sure. What's over here? Good mail armor. I really should look through my gear, but I'm not going to because that takes time and effort. And this is yet another thing. Basically, images of men and women swinging hammers. Yep. Okay, so that's just talking about this room. I wonder what that language is meant to be. Is it meant to be like an instruction manual? And yet another thing leading to this chamber. And then obviously the actual exit's going to be up here. Because they do not want the players missing this. I mean, this is ultimately, you know, a hub and spoke where you've got an alternate path around each side. So there's going to be more rain blights in here, I suspect. Ah, look. That. A man and woman carved from lustrous Adria pour the contents of the vase at their feet. Note that the water level here is significantly lower than the water level upstairs. So they also were clearly actually working on that. Maybe just the blights patrolled this room. That's interesting. And then I guess the key that we find is meant to unlock here. That'd work. Okay. Right. Okay, so let's just do something. Right, we can't use this. So what do we got? That does ranged crushing damage. I think we've got another gun. And do we have fine blunderbuss? And then I think everyone else can just smash in. But the key part is, if I were to attack with decent ranged weapons, I could potentially finish the fight first.
Say the word. Just say the word.
Of course.
Okay.
Done. My mind feels sharp as steel.
But it... Okay. Apparently is still immune.
Hey.
Let's knock it down.
You're mine.
So, I still don't get what's happening there, frankly. Maybe it's just a high damage resistance as well. But like...
Toss me something else.
It's not meant to be immune to crushing damage. Or do I not... Yeah, this is all piercing. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Ah, fine. Let the combat finish. So that was me equipping people with weapons that still did nothing.
Yeah.
And we'll take those primal water ingredients for our garden. And there we go. So that is this area. Everything funnels to this final point. Either this is going to be a boss fight, or the next area is going to be a boss fight. I wonder if we needed the key to open that, or if we could have lockpicked and bypassed. And look, there are the spirits that were conveniently waiting for us. Yeah, okay. This leads upstairs to where the next boss fight will be. Across the broken bridge. I wonder if there will be a way past that point. Because, yeah, we do have bad guys that we were following here. Yeah, definitely. All matching expectations. So we've been fighting corrupted druids and primal creatures. So the question is, are we fighting that? Are we fighting a big animat? Look, this has been triggered with the ash. So that is the bad guys doing what they were doing before. Okay, we're not following through that. I think that is our exit rather than making us traverse 2 maps to get out. So I think this is like we are too late. They've already turned on the machine. Interesting. Angwithan machine. Because it was in Angwithan ruins last time too. Something in the ether hums and buzzes through your teeth. A haze of essence lingers over the body, as faint and insubstantial as a dust plume in a rider's wake. Yet as you draw closer, whispered instructions echo in your ears and anticipation warms in your blood. In a vision, you see the same stone machine you approached moments ago, but from a different height and angle, as if through different eyes. You had heard rumors of some of your brethren sent here months before. You see no sign anyone's been here. In fact, the cobblestones are covered in a fine layer of dust. Ash. You suddenly know what this will cost you, and you are ready. The orders were clear. The effects of the machine in Clearbarn Relag were wearing off. A child had been born not far from Deerford recently, its soul intact. The machine would need to be reactivated. You and your companions take up your positions. You share a final look of affirmation between you. You don't know what your name, they don't know your name, and you don't know theirs. But you know you're doing the work of the gods together. None of the rest matters. 2 carved bands of stone in the middle of the machine grind into motion. They rotate in opposite directions, picking up speed until they spin like freshly greased carriage wheels. A wind shrieks through the cavern, accelerating with the stone rings. You press your hands to your ears and grit your teeth against the noise. You're about to shut your eyes when you glimpse new movement. Rows of triangular flaps around the machine open like petals. You don't know what's happening in the machine, but you feel a tingling at your extremities. Searing pain spreads through your bodies, a hot knife separating every tissue and ligament within you. All the while it feels as if you're falling toward the machine, your stomach mashed against your spine. What happens next is too fast to process. You awaken from the vision to find yourself kneeling and gasping for air. Holding your head, you let the tiles between your knees gradually come into focus. As you catch your breath, you remember the strange scene you saw outside Sealant Lys, where several robed figures fell amid a howling bivouac. Looking at the ash scattered across the cavern floor, it's apparent that the leaden key has been doing this, whatever it is, all over Deerwood. So, Ranneko, you feeling okay? Did you catch alcoholism from the Deerwoodens? His smile turns nervous as he looks you over, examining you for signs of injury. You were off in your own little dream for a moment. What's going on with you? Yeah. So, this is the reason for what is plaguing the area. That's really interesting. Also, fuck you, bandits. I'm trying to talk here. And all you do is take all of my taxes? You monsters! Isn't this why I have all of this frickin' security? Okay. So, what do you want? That'll be finished in 2 hours and 2 days, which would give us more security. You have... Okay, I think I need to actually go there. We need... Arcana's already assigned. We could get rid of Nirad. We're not going to do that. So we need to basically go to the keep to deal with this guy. And I think he's basically going to offer to take slaves from us. Well, as in take prisoners from us as slaves. Okay. Anyway, so this is the reason for all of the children being born without souls. And that is... It's also interesting to note that the people doing this know the effects, right? Which is, you know, this is not an accidental byproduct. This is a deliberate campaign. Are willing to give up their lives, and possibly more than their lives, for the cause, but are not actually informed that they will die. That seems really risky. Okay. You hear running water to see a stream, that carves its way into the mountain. Shallow bottom flickers and wavers just under the water's edge, but as you look towards the tunnel, the bottom disappears into darkness. From here it's impossible to tell how deep the stream is. However, a faint light plays along the walls of the tunnel. The echo of rushing water suggests that the tunnel and stream continue for quite some distance. Let's wade into the tunnel. You take slow, slushing steps toward the mouth of the tunnel, holding yourself upright while the current tugs at your legs. The cold water leaves you gasping. As it rises past your waist, you fight to control your breath. The stream bed soon drops out under your feet and the current pushes you towards the tunnel with growing force. Let's swim into the tunnel. The current pushes you through the tunnel faster and faster, tugging you downwards. Over your head, the tunnel narrows and drops, leaving only a thin pocket of air. You take a final deep breath before the current drags you into the depths. Rays of light pierce the darkness, but the current is moving too fast for you to see more than flickering glimpses as you speed by. You keep your hands in front of you, focus on avoiding jagged rocks that suddenly appear in the darkness, jutting from the walls. A light winks at you up ahead. Looks to be the mouth of a smaller second tunnel. You might be able to reach it, but your lungs have started to ache. Let's grab the edge of the tunnel. Okay, you wrap your fingers around the rocks lining the tunnel and peer into it. It terminates in a dead end, but something glints at the rocks at the far side. Reaching it will be a challenge for anyone without strong lung capacity. Send Idir. Idir pulls himself into the tunnel, executing deft scissor kicks. While the passage narrows at the end, he finds a skeleton with a handle protruding from its ribs. Idir pulls it free, pushes off from the tunnel, propelling himself back towards the main tunnel. Swirling and tumbling through the darkness of the tunnel, you at last see a halo of light above. You swim and kick towards it. At last, your head breaks the surface. You gulp in air, and you gulp air into your aching lungs and pull yourself to the edge of the pool. Crawling out of the water, look back at the cavern around you as you massage, feeling into your aching, cold-numbed limbs. And we got the Rose of Salt Hollow. And there we are. So, yeah, I was right. That's just a way of skipping this part. Interesting. I was expecting a boss fight, but this is probably cooler than that. Okay, so this is A mace seems pretty decent. A young weapon with a relatively short history. The rose was formed from blackened Emiran steel and topped with wickedly thorny bloom of petals. The Morning Star's resemblance to his namesake doesn't end with a head. Its long and faded shaft features small thorns across its entire length, causing discomfort even to an armored wielder. Hakron Grist, a successful adventurer from the Ranternity village of Salt Hollow, had the gnarly weapon made after his friends joked how nothing could grow in the alkaline soil of their home. Hakron used the rose to defend Salt Hollow from bandits and to help his comrades kill 2 skydrakes that had made their lair near a road leading into the village. When Salt Hollow no longer held wonder for them, the wonder from it that it once had, Hakron and his friends made their way to Deerwood to find their fortunes in the ruins of Airglan Fath. They've not been heard from since. Understandable. So this is damaging, accurate corrosion damage. Interesting. Dear, you got a mace 18 to 25, and I think what we might do is we might give you the rose, and I might actually start using... It's a 2-handed weapon. I don't think we will use that necessarily then. We'll keep that in mind. Maybe, but I'll put it in the stash for now. Of course, reading the weapon explains the weapon. So, before all that, yeah, these machines, they know what they're getting in. They don't know what they're getting into. Why wouldn't you inform people of that? Because the showing up and then realizing that this is a fatal thing to use just seems like a great way of having 1 or 2 people balk and leave, or you have to kill them there, which is not really going to help anyone's spirits. Wait, I don't want to leave that way, do I? I want to leave this way. I don't remember. I don't want to leave via the main entrance, because then I'll have to kill a couple of people guarding this place. I would rather that they never learn anything of this. So let's try and leave the way we came. Yeah, that seems like a really bad approach. Like, from a ensuring that your goals are met kind of way. That just doesn't seem very sensible. And we're out. Excellent. So next time around we'll pick up on a new location. Not entirely clear where. I remember that we came down this way to deal with a scroll, so I'll look at our list of quests and we'll figure out something. I do want to head to Durgan's Battery. I don't really want to keep pushing through this area just yet. Got all of these other smaller minor quests, and so that's what I want to try and get done. So in particular, it was actually where was it? The Parable of Whale that I wanted to sort out. And I think I've missed it in one of the more minor maps. I thought it was in the ruins for some reason, but that is obviously not true. So next time round, we'll do something along those lines. Try and clear up some of the task list, and maybe head towards the Frozen Marches. Until then, have a great day, and a great weekend. Bye. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you spending the time and effort watching the videos I make. If you'd like to watch more, on the left there should be another video from this playlist. On the right there will be whatever YouTube recommends, and in the center there is a convenient subscribe button just in case you need it.